So next to me is the 2025 Hyundai IONIQ 5N. Now, what is really special about this car, it is unlike any other electric car. And to be quite honest with you guys, I am not an electric car fan. They all kind of drive the same. There's really no soul between any of the cars. But this IONIQ 5N changes it up with simulated transmission and engine feeling to where you have the character in this car. Hands down, this is in my top 5 for electric cars that I actually like. Now, with that said, I'm not hating on electric cars in general. I see the appeal to a lot of people. They're great to zip around town. I get it. However, as an enthusiast, I like turbos, I like manuals, I like big engines, I like old school. This has something about it that has been making me smile all week. So let's get right into this $68,000 IONIQ 5N and see why this has got to be the coolest electric car on the market. So let's talk numbers. Fully electric car, this makes 601 horsepower and 545 pound-feet of torque. That's already quite a lot of power. However, there's an NGB button in the interior that you press that, you're gonna get 10 seconds of extra power, cranking this up to over 641 horsepower with 568 pound-feet of torque. With a 0 to 60 time at 3.2 seconds, all-wheel drive, and a curb weight a little under 5,000 pounds, it actually makes this really fun to drive and blisteringly fast. And when you pair that to the transmission and engine sounds and feelings that this car has been programmed to do, it makes this so much fun to drive. And then when we talk about styling, while the IONIQ 5 is kind of a quirky looking electric car, the N honestly makes it look more like an 80s style rally car. The front end is very boxy and bold. The body kit overall looks really sharp. I like all these square accents to it. Side profile is stubby front and rear, but again, it just gives it a really cool style that you don't see from other cars. And then at the back, once again, there's more of those nice square shapes to it, a bold design for the rear bumper, and the way it all comes together, I like it a lot. I think it has a lot of character with the styling. So moving on to the interior. So being the N, you're gonna have a bit more sporty aspects like the blue stitching. There are nice soft touch materials. We're in a single piece back bucket seat with the leather and Alcantara. They're manual controlled, however, they are heated and ventilated. You have a heated steering wheel with blue stitching and leather. You're gonna see the NGB button on the right side. We also have the drive modes and then 2 different N icons, which really wake the car up. As your typical Hyundai, you have the nice full screen, all your basic information. We also have the N icon where you're gonna get a lot of the performance information. You can adjust your steering, suspension, the traction control, the limited slip differential. There's engine sounds you can play with. There's a lot in this car for performance. Climate controls, they're kind of a touchscreen panel. However, I've actually gotten used to it pretty well. It's not that difficult to even see or use while operating, so I haven't complained about that one bit. We have tons of storage all throughout it, so you can actually put your stuff in an easy place where you can just see it nicely. Overall, it's a pretty comfortable seating position, but what's really cool is when you go into different drive modes, you're gonna get a massive tack. You can turn your engine on. You can rev it, which is pretty crazy to see. Go back into normal mode where there's no engine sounds. We can have a little bit of engine sound. It is really neat. You have your 10 seconds of extra boost. Paddle shifters are either gonna do regen braking or shift the synthetic transmission, which is again mind-blowing when you see it. Backup camera and all that works great. Super HD 360 camera view. And overall, it's been a very nice place to be with all the technology you're gonna expect from an expensive Hyundai. And then in back, these seats recline a lot, giving you a lot of space. Sitting here at 5'11" with the driver's seat at my height, plenty of legroom. My feet are a little smushed and I have a ton of headroom. You can fit rear-facing car seats in here. There's even gonna be storage in the center for cups as well as an armrest. We have 2 USB ports and climate control vents on this side pillar. What I've noticed, it's been like 95 all week. This interior gets cool very quickly. In about a minute or so, you can go from being boiling hot to nice and comfortable in here, which has been very good, especially with a family. So family-friendly, super fast electric car. This is definitely a very well-rounded car. And with the seats folded down, you have over 59 cubic feet of cargo volume with about 26 cubic feet with the seats up. So it's very practical for stuff. There's extra storage down below where you can put all of your changing equipment, emergency release for the charge port, and there's even a light over on the left side. And of course, we have a power lift gate, and then the charge port is going to be over on this passenger side with a small flap. So driving in the IONIQ 5N for the week honestly has been really cool. So right now I'm just in the normal drive mode. This is your typical electric car with the adaptive suspension and all the fancy performance drive modes. It's pretty comfortable overall. You can tell it's a little bit on the stiffer side versus a typical electric version of this. And then the seats are a little bit more stiff. I find them comfortable. This is the kind of car that I like. I like the sporty cars in general. So I find this to be very comfortable for a daily. It's been very roomy. I'm thoroughly impressed with the air conditioning. It cools down a 95-degree day very well. So it's been very comfortable to live with this on a hot day. I think the roofline being very long in the front and the back, to where the windows are actually pretty straight up, the sun isn't piercing in too bad heating this up. So it's been a very comfortable car for these hot days we've been having. And it's also really roomy. I love the storage to put your phone, water bottles, keys, just easy to put stuff places and them not to slide all around. It's also roomy enough, like back seat space, front space. It's a good car in general. Now, when we start talking about the fun modes, pressing that one, the engine turns on, and slowly accelerating, it's kind of like your typical gas car, lugging a little bit in a higher gear. If I step on it, you can hear it shift and kind of drive like an automatic. And it's not too aggressive. It drives like your typical automatic in automatic mode. Now, when you go to the N mode, that's kind of like race mode, but still in automatic. Now we're going to be getting a lot more aggressive. It'll go higher in the revs, and then we hit the paddle shifter, and now we're in manual mode. So it's very cool, the diverse drive modes this has. It literally goes from eco mode, which is kind of a sluggish electric car, to a sporty electric car in normal mode, to a fast electric car, to a really fast electric car, and then finally to a fun electric car. So when you're using the paddle shifters, it's also hilarious. I'm in 8th gear at 40 miles an hour. You can literally lug the engine each gear, and it won't shift or give you extra power. It literally drives like it's a dual clutch. So it's been very impressive how realistic this actually feels. It's almost, to me, it's like driving a video game, but more like driving a racing simulator, to where it's more than just so fake. It feels real even though it's artificial. It's hard to explain that, and I can't believe I'm saying that I love the way this car drives, but it is done so well that it is just engaging and fun. And what's also fun, if you redline, it'll hold the red line, it'll cut power, and basically as if you're hitting the rev limiter. So it's very realistic to drive. You feel a thud between each gear change. There's a ton of power. If you hit the NGB button, it does turn off the engine sounds and manual. So interesting, you can't do the full boost, the full horsepower and torque in those drive modes. A little bit interesting the way they've done that. I guess they just need the car to be perfect at that time. Time's out, and we're back to the way it was. Let's do an acceleration from 0. You literally get a little kick in the back from each gear change. That is super cool. And then if we do the rev limiter, it's hilarious how it's going to stop at 40. As soon as I hit the paddle, it's going to give me full power. Oh, it is hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious to drive this, but it is all good fun. I don't know, I am just so impressed with the characteristics. The fun factor is there. If you gave this to somebody who didn't know electric cars versus gas cars, but has driven like sports cars in general, they would think this is a real normal car. Now the engine sounds, they definitely sound fake, so maybe that's a little gimmicky, but it kind of adds to the character. It's impressive just how fun it is. I am blown away. It is so cool. I sound like a broken record at this point, but it is just really good fun. And the overall handling, This car handles really good too for what it is. So ending thoughts after experiencing the IONIQ 5N for an entire week, this has got to be one of the coolest electric cars you can buy. I'm an enthusiast. I like the manuals, the turbos, the fast cars, the dramatic experiences behind the wheel. This car, I have chosen to drive every day all week long. Sometimes when we get electric cars, I'll get my bearings with them, get the videos out, and then go back to driving my own cars because I like exhilarating, fun to drive cars. Somehow, Hyundai has programmed this to be fun. You can still drive this like your typical electric car, a nice zippy EV for around town, pop it in sport mode or N mode, still in the normal electric drive, and you have a crazy fast electric car, which a lot of people like, or you can turn on the character and have fun shifting and driving it as if it were a GTR or an M3 or something crazy with a lot of power and a very fast shifting transmission. So I have thoroughly enjoyed the programming that this car has, even though it's fake. Like, I know it is fake, it is all synthetic. Somehow it just comes together to be fun. And at the end of the day, a fun car is worth buying, and I just like cars that have character. Most electric cars are pretty much the same as the next. There's not really any character to them aside from being zippy. So this thing has character that I think most electric cars miss. So Hyundai, great job designing this car. It has been an absolute blast. I'd love to see more electric car companies out there make something like this. This, I think, will help sell to enthusiasts who really don't want an electric car. I'm not an EV fan at all, but this, I have been smiling all day long. So that is it, 1 week with the IONIQ 5N. If you're an enthusiast and are kind of on the fence, maybe you want an electric car, maybe you don't, add this to your garage. This would be a cool toy to have to give you the best of everything. That is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for plenty more content, and I'll see you all in the next video.